now there is Naveen Odisha. What is the legacy of Naveen Patnaik? God give him long life, and wishing you the very best for the next term also. But what is the legacy of Naveen Patnaik, which you will say? And what is Naveen Odisha? What is this term Naveen Odisha? One keeps reading everywhere and hearing about it.
Okay. So he doesn't stop with Naveen Odisha. He says Naveen Odisha is an empowered Odisha, where a poorest of poor person also will dream big, and he will be empowered to achieve his dreams. That's Naveen Odisha. Are the US managing? So that is new Odisha. So if you take disaster management, this is the new Odisha, in which people of Odisha should be able to stand and look at the eye of cyclone and cross it without fear. Then the new Odisha is a food deficit Odisha to a food surplus Odisha. We are not dependent on food from other states. We are supplying for the nation's food security. A Odisha which was known for poverty is known for the maximum reduction in poverty in the country, perhaps in Asia. From 68% poverty levels, we have come to 11% poverty levels. In the last 5 years, 1 crore 5 lakh people have been lifted above poverty line, new Odisha. So in every field, the Chief Minister wants to set a benchmark by which people of Odisha feel empowered and aspirational.
You know, when we talk about self-sustaining economic models, I have to ask you about since we are going into general elections soon, about the culture of freebies. Elections are won these days on freebies, which are everybody is doing competitive politics on freebies. What is your view about it? Because that is an allegation which is made even about your state, that caste doesn't work here, communal card doesn't work here. What works is freebies. So what is your view about this?
I think one should differentiate clearly between what you do to empower people and what you do to dilute people's ambitions by giving freebies. If you give health assurance, you are very progressive. It's not considered as freebie. The biggest budget we have is for health, the Biju Swasthya Kalyan health assurance scheme. Most states follow a model of health insurance. The Chief Minister decided in a state like Odisha, we should not allow a third party like an insurance to decide on how much money should be compensated for a heart patient or how many for a kidney patient. So he went for an assurance model of health. We are covering 90% of the population with health assurance. 5 lakh rupee for the family, and if it's a woman patient, it's 10 lakh rupees. Think the empowerment it does.
This is different from the central scheme?
We are having our own scheme. We are not implementing the center scheme.
Why?
Because our scheme is much advanced and much progressive. So we don't have competition with it. The Chief Minister thought that we have to run the extra mile in a state like Odisha.
So that Ayushman Bharat scheme doesn't work here?
No, the state has not implemented. Okay. If we had implemented Ayushman Bharat, we would be covering 55 to 60% of the population. Here we are covering 90% of the population. He wants to take it to 100% population.
How come then there is no confrontation? Because when Mamta does the same thing Mamta Banerjee does it in Kolkata, where she says, I don't want the central scheme, I'll do my state scheme, there's confrontation.
Here Naveen Patnaik doesn't do for the sake of confrontation. He is convinced that people of Odisha need that extra mile running to take care of their needs. Because he thinks health is one issue which can bring down, if in a family a health issue happens, a person who has just come out of poverty, he can slip back to poverty. And it will take at least 2 generations for him to come back again. So he strongly believes that if you have to fight poverty, then you have to assure health. And you have to do it in the best possible way. I may say that this is the best scheme in the country right now, which has 90% of the population being covered. And the state is spending about 260 crores a month, which is about 3,200 crores a year. You may take the country's Ayushman Bharat ka health budget only for treatment purpose. How much is it? It will be 9,000 crores or something. If a state like Odisha is spending 3,000 odd crores, so that is the reach The
It's
chief
an
minister wants to give.
ambitious project.
It's an aspirational reach.
Okay.
He wants to cover. So that is why there is no competition. The state wanted to do something extra for the people. So Naveen Patnaik implemented Biswas Yojana, which is a game changer. The way Naveen Patnaik does politics is different from most people in the country. That is why he gets elected repeatedly, and instead of anti-incumbency, he has pro-incumbency. I won't be qualified to speak about others, but I can say with all conviction, Mr. Naveen Patnaik's brand of politics is very different. He keeps people at its forefront, can take any risk for that.
So are you the heir to Naveen Babu's politics?
As Honorable CM has always said, that people of Odisha will decide who will succeed him. I think that is the best answer to give. I am just helping him in whichever way I can. I don't have any ambitions. I am just helping the Chief Minister, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, in whichever way he wants me to do for him. In fact, I am not even contesting the elections.
Why are you not contesting the elections?
I have joined this with a clear heart to make Naveen Patnaik Chief Minister for the 6th time. So I told the Honorable Chief Minister, I am going to assist you in this election process. I am going to work for you. No expectations. I'll work for you. That is
in this state, elections are held along with the Lok Sabha polls.
Yes.
So you are not even going to contest the Lok Sabha election?
No, I'm not going to contest any. In 2024, I'm not going to contest any elections.
So you're not even going to go into the assembly or the parliament through the through the Rajya Sabha way?
No. I was asked for a party post also. I said no. I'll just work for Naveen Patnaik. He is my leader. I draw a lot of inspiration from him. He has given me so much freedom for so long to do great work. So I am indebted to him and the state. The people of state have shown so much love and affection for me. So I go with the flow.
But then you didn't need to resign from the civil service if that is how you were going to do it.
So I won't be able to do the political work for the Chief Minister if I'm going to continue in bureaucracy. One should draw the line. So,
but what is wrong in contesting election? It's not a wrong thing to do.
No, not at all. We all are products of democracy. Ours is a democratic country. But in 2024, I decided that I should be helping the Chief Minister. I want to help him because whatever said and done, it's his 6th term. And I draw inspiration from him. He's 78 years old. How much hard work he does. One draws inspiration from him.
You also are known to take your meetings at 4 a.m. and things like that, right? That's the talk in this state, that you are a hard taskmaster.
I think we learn from the Chief Minister, but 4 a.m. is because your mind is cool and you see things in a different perspective. You don't disturb anyone. You are very clear in what you want to do. You get to see things as such. So, and it's a good time to work, Brahma Muhurtam.
But Mr. Pandian, if Naveen Babu has played such an important role in your life, in molding your thoughts, in molding your ambitions for your state, if he's going to decide that you are the Uttaradhikari, then why do you hesitate? Why are you shrinking away from that legacy that he wants to bestow on you, if he wants to do it? And it seems apparent to everybody that he wants to do that.
We are 2 months into election now. I just see, like when Arjuna was asked, all 5 Pandavas were asked what they see in the tree. Somebody said the tree ka branch and somebody said the bird, and only Arjuna saw that eye of the bird. I think I am clear in my focus right now. He has to create a record as the longest serving Chief Minister of the country. He deserves it. And my sweat, blood, whatever you call it, my time, everything is for that. He has done such great work for the state. I should not think anything about myself. In fact, when I joined the party and the first speech I gave, I said that only, that after being witness to what transformation Lord Jagannath's temple has gone through, and you are also a witness in that process. I don't need anything in life. I'll just work for the Chief Minister. And I leave everything of my future to Lord Jagannath.
Nice.
Spiritual governance.
Spiritual.
This is spiritual governance. You asked what is spiritual governance. This is what I think spiritual governance means.
pardon me for asking this, but as a journalist, sometimes one has to ask questions which might sound harsh. I don't mean to sound harsh, but I will ask this question
No, no,
because.
you ask in the best possible way, even harsh questions.
Thank you. So I have to ask this because people talk about Naveen Babu's health being not so great. How is his health right now? Will he be able to take the rigors of an electoral process and a next term after that?
I think he is in the best of health, what one expects from a 78-year-old person who has given like 25 years of his life for public service, working day and night. For that kind of work, what he has put in, and the age what he is in, I think he is in the pink of his health. All these rumors, sometimes political opponents create, sometimes inside the party, some people who are ambitious to become chief ministers, they create these kind of rumors. But otherwise, he is in the best of hands. His physician is Dr. Ramakant Panda, one of the best in the country, and Dr. Subrat Acharya. These two doctors take care of him for whatever he needs. So he's in the best hands, and he's in the pink of health. He should be able to, he walks every day. And in fact, recently he did the full parikrama in hot sun. He did full parikrama. Okay. So he's in good shape for whatever you call it for a 78-year-old.
So, why is the BJD not part of the opposition alliance? Because it is not part of the NDA, it's not part of the opposition alliance. It takes issue-based support. It gives issue-based support to the NDA when need be. What prevents him from joining the India alliance? One question is that. Second question is, did anybody from the Gandhi family ask Mr. Patnaik? Because the Gandhi family had very close relations with Bijuda. So did anybody reach out to Naveen Babu asking him to be part of this alliance?
He is now 24 years as chief minister. They know very well as to what is Naveen Patnaik. Who is Naveen Patnaik? His birth was anti-Congress in the state. He fought against the corruption of Congress in the state. So I don't see any scope for the chief minister to think about an alliance with Congress. He has always stated it publicly. So that's where he stands. Of course, there will be always, I think, Mr. Nitish Kumar came here all the way to convince Naveen Babu to join India alliance. Mamta
And now
also came.
Nitish Babu is in the other camp.
So many leaders keep coming, and Naveen Babu is very polite, they all know each other for quite some time, 3 decades, 2.5 decades, they know each other. They are good friends. They talk nicely. And that's where
Who are his opponents, political opponents in the state? Which party is really in the opposition as such? Because the BJP has got 8 seats, if I'm not mistaken.
So that was in 2014, they got 9 seats. This time they got 23 seats. In assembly, I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about parliament.
Parliament, 8 seats, yes.
8 seats, right? And they are hoping to get more seats. So when, what one is hearing from opinion polls and things like that is that after the Ram Temple construction, some political mileage will be got by the BJP. So does Naveen Babu see the BJP as the principal opposition when it comes to Lok Sabha? In the state, and who's the principal opposition in the state elections?
See, if you take the numbers, it's the BJP which is the opposition party in the state. Congress is third now. So both in Lok Sabha and in Assembly, BJP is the number 2 party in the state.
So how are you friends? Again, I beg to ask, I mean, I'm at the sound of repeating again and again, how is a number 1 party friends with a number 2 party? That just goes against the grain of politics, not just in India, worldwide.
So he believes in doing politics only during elections. He doesn't believe otherwise. That's how the state gets its growth momentum maintained. If you hear his speeches, he makes it very clear that I will have a constructive cooperation with the center. I want the state to progress. I am not here to fight with BJP I'm not here to fight with Congress. I want the state to grow. Whatever is required for the state to grow, I'll do it. I'll sacrifice. I'll compromise. But I want my state to grow. When elections are happening, there will be electoral politics. But otherwise, that is one of the main reasons the chief minister is fully supportive of simultaneous elections for both assembly and parliament. He thinks that the political atmosphere of the country should not always be in a high temperature. It should cool down so that development happens. If one state or other elections keep happening, the political atmosphere is vitiated. That doesn't go good for developmental politics.
So we were talking about the rebellion towards Naveen Babu. That is, we talked about one rebellion. The second rebellion is also when one talks about Jai Panda, and that he was very close to the Patnaik family. What went wrong there? What soured, and why did things go so uncomfortable between the two?
It was after 2014 elections. In 2014 elections, BJD had won 20 out of 21 seats in Lok Sabha. We were the fourth largest party. For the first time in parliamentary history, BJD became fourth largest party. Otherwise, there are bigger parties. Because BJD won 20 out of 21 seats, it became the fourth largest party. And Mr. Jai Panda called the chief minister after the swearing in was over, government formation had happened, and they were forming all these committees in 2014. So that time he had called CM, I was there. And he told that late Jetli ji had spoken to him and said that in case your party will nominate you for the committee chairmanship, then we would be interested in giving you the finance committee, which generally goes to the first opposition party, not the fourth one. It is the biggest party. It's the biggest committee or the most powerful committee. Generally, it goes to the, I think, Congress or whoever will be the number 2 party, it should be given. It is generally given as a tradition, but if you will nominate me, then they will give it to me. This is what he told. The CM asked, see, whoever BJD nominates, if they are willing to give, it's okay. But if I have to nominate you, then only that will be given. It doesn't sound good. That's what the chief minister said. And then he took some time. He had previous instances where he was a member of the finance committee. And he got many of his loans for his corporate business written off through banks, whatever process they followed. So there was always an allegation that he used his finance committee membership to get these favors done for the company. So that played in the chief minister's mind. So he didn't agree to make him as finance committee ka head. This is the proposal he gave. This is the reaction the chief minister gave. And this is what I witnessed. And after that, the relationship became, Mr. Jai Panda was not very happy with this decision. Then what happened, there were these rumors, health rumors about the chief minister. We are talking about 2015, 16, 15, 10 years back, 9 years back almost. Whenever any cabinet minister, union cabinet minister, the chief minister will meet, call on or some meeting mein, first they, how is your health, Naveen Babu? Oh, I'm fine. I don't have any problem. Then Jay told that your health is not good. It hits him. He has mentioned this in his own interview in 2019, how he spread rumors about his health. Then the worst thing happened when one of chief minister's friend, who is a very powerful political leader in Madhya Pradesh, he called Mr. Prem Patnaik, chief minister's brother, and asked him, Naveen Babu is going to London for a treatment. This is 2015, 15-16. Naveen Babu is going to London for a treatment. I have so many contacts. Why he won't take my help? So Prem Patnaik said, who told you this? He is going to London for treatment. No, Jai told me that he is arranging everything. Then Mr. Prem Patnaik told that leader from Madhya Pradesh, why don't you ask Naveen Babu and ask him what help he needs. So he called, this leader from Madhya Pradesh called Naveen Babu and asked, do you need any help in London? are you going to London? He said, no, I'm not going. Why I should go? I just went 2 years back and they attempted a coup on me. I'm not going. Then he said, no, I was told by Jay that you are going for some medical treatment and everything. Then CM was very upset. Oh, this is what is happening. Why this is what? And at that point of time, there was articles, there were social media posts, everything about how bad the chief minister's health is and how he should find somebody to take over the party and the government. And that was the narrative being played. And that is when the chief minister decided it's high time that we move away from people whom we once trusted.
But do you think that Mr. Jay Panda, being a politician of repute, would mount this kind of a rebellion, knowing fully well that that's not the way politics is done in the BJD? Because one rebellion had already failed.
No, he didn't try to create a rebellion in this case. He tried to create a narrative that chief minister's health is not good, and that people should look for new leadership. That's the narrative he was trying to give. He was in a regional party. The regional party is as strong as the the leader's health is. Health of a leader is an asset for a regional party. So he was trying to dilute that asset of the regional party and creating confusion amongst the minds of MLAs. We have enough, talks from our own MLAs as to how it was being spread continuously. Chief Minister never believed all these rumors till he heard from two of the important people who have nothing to do with Odisha, taking his name and dinner and lunch with the Chief Minister to do this behind his back. It was very sad. And Naveen Babu believes in very ethical kind of politics, and he never believed. When the local leaders told, he never believed that. He thought that they are trying to play between me and Jai. But when outside leaders, union cabinet ministers and his own friends from outside, who have nothing to do with Odisha, spoke, then he was convinced that, okay, this is what he is trying to do.